6 years ago today, Summer Lovin', number one on the UK charts. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, meteorologist Joe Lundberg. Our Summer Lovin' is kind of long gone. I mean, Joe, the temps are still pretty good, but this gloomy weather's not cutting it anymore.
It'd be nice to get, the day with sunshine start to finish. That's not happening today. Now, there'll be a little sun at times today, but it's not going to be overall a bright day. Temperatures getting up to 71, which, by the way, is typical for the last day of September. Tonight it'll be mostly cloudy with a low in the upper 50s to near 60. Any shower threats well removed to our south. Tomorrow looks to be a mostly cloudy day once again. Could be a shower at some point, but mainly south of the city, the high 69. Pretty much the same story Wednesday. Mostly cloudy, a chance for a late day shower. That's with a front approaching from the west. Then Thursday, partly sunny skies, mid-70s, and it'll be warm and dry with some sunshine on Friday. Right now in Central Park, mostly cloudy and 61, humidity 83%, wind north at 8. Repeating the current temperature 61, headed to 71 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and 1010 Winds, together with United Healthcare and their Oxford products, remind you that self-exams and mammograms may help detect cancer earlier when it's easier to treat. Talk to your healthcare provider about the screenings available to you.
Winds News Time, 7:34. Israel continuing their campaign of strikes against Hezbollah targets this weekend, hailing some victories while admitting their work is not done inside Lebanon.
What's clear at this stage is that the Israeli military campaign in Lebanon against Hezbollah is by no means finished. I mean, Israeli officials are saying that they believe they have significantly degraded Hezbollah's ability to fire medium and long-range missiles at Israel. They're conceding that there is still some capacity within Hezbollah to strike at Israel, and they still see Hezbollah as a threat.
That's correspondent Tom Sufi Burridge.
Take the ribbon from your hair.
A Hollywood icon, Chris Christopherson, actor, singer, songwriter. Mr. Christopherson passed away Saturday at his home in Hawaii.
Come on out and see how it feels in the lights.
Fans are paying tribute to the late Grammy Award winner Chris Christopherson, known for his Golden Globe winning role opposite Barbra Streisand in A Star is Born. Colleagues are remembering their friend. Streisand called him something special. Dolly Parton tweeted that he was one of her favorite people on the planet. Known for hits like Sunday Morning Comin' Down and Me and Bobby McGee, contributing editor Anthony DeCurtis from Rolling Stone says it's not just Streisand and Parton who loved him.
Everyone said, Dylan said it, Willie Nelson said it, that they regarded Chris Christopherson as at the absolute apex of what a songwriter could be.
Christopherson said he would like the first three lines of Leonard Cohen's Bird on the Wire on his tombstone.
Winds News Time 7:36. There's a billionaire somewhere out there, New Jersey. All they got to do is collect. 6 months ago, there was a Mega Millions winning ticket sold at a Neptune, New Jersey ShopRite, $1.13 billion. Nobody's come forward to claim the cash yet. That means they only have another 6 months to collect. One lottery official says maybe they're getting their ducks in a row, getting their affairs in order. We don't know. Imagine if that person has no idea they even won and they let the time go by and it expires. Maybe they threw out the ticket. Over $1 billion? Are you kidding me? Well, Francis Ford Coppola had a new flick in the theaters this weekend, but would it be big enough to take on a wild robot? 1010 Winds Entertainment's coming up next.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
10-10 wins.
It's where I get my news.
I gotta know what's happening in my city.
It's my only source of news.
10-10 wins at 92.3 FM.
You know, there was a time when Francis Ford Coppola, one of his movies opening at the box office, would trump all others. This time around, Coppola's Megalopolis wasn't even a blip on the radar screen.
I am a wild robot.
The kid-friendly Wild Robot topping the weekend box office, raking in $35 million in ticket sales, the third best opening for an animated movie in September. But the durable Beetlejuice is still a fan favorite, spending its fourth weekend at or near the top with a $16 million weekend. Meanwhile, the sci-fi epic Megalopolis collapsed in its box office debut, collecting just $4 million at North American theaters this weekend. I'm Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
Scott Stanford here. It's harder to stay active as I get older. I even feel sore after I brush my teeth. So I've partnered with Penetrex, because taking care of your body is so important. Penetrex is the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream. Penetrex doesn't have that funky odor and will leave you feeling ready to get back in the game. Right now, you can try Penetrex for 10 days and get back to the activities you love. Visit Amazon or Penetrex.com and use code 25muscle. That's 25muscle for 25% off your order. Play on with Penetrex.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
1010 wins at 92.3 FM. We are moving at the speed of New Yorkers.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. We are at 60 degrees, mostly cloudy skies at 7:40 on this Monday, September 30th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. Mayor Adams with a fiery speech in a Bronx church yesterday as he gets ready for another court date on Wednesday.
I'm not going to resign. I'm going to reign.
His attorneys say they'll be looking for evidence from the prosecution on those corruption charges. Hurricane Helene has left a horrible path of destruction, killing at least 116 people across the South. The president will tour the devastation later this week. 4 men stabbed inside a Brooklyn dance studio early yesterday morning. The owners say it was being rented out to a private party. Police trying to figure out what went down. Presidential campaigning in full force as we get ready for the vice presidential debate tomorrow night. As Halloween is headed our way, the list of the world's most haunted highways is out. #2 on the planet? In New Jersey. I'll tell you which one. Checking sports, Mets need just one game from the Braves in today's doubleheader to clinch a playoff spot. Jets lose ugly to the Broncos yesterday. Wins News Time, 7:41. Traffic and transit. Let's get you back out to the roads. What do you see, Andre Ferro?
Well, here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. We see delays eastbound over by 110 on the LIE, all due to a crash. Looks like it's close to clearing, but the westbound delays, those are rubbernecking delays, go back to Deer Park Avenue. The westbound LIE continues slow in Nassau County from about Glen Cove Road to the Queens border. Plus, you have that long-term road work, westbound LIE approaching Woodhaven Boulevard. And the same deal with the westbound side of the Northern State Parkway, passing the North Shore Towers and heading over by Alley Palm Parkway. You have that new traffic pattern, just 2 lanes get by east and west, and that's a real trouble spot with that long-term road work there. Northbound Cross Island Parkway dealing with delays as you head up towards the UBS Arena. Look out for a crash in Westchester County, northbound on 684, heading up over by Purchase and approaching Westchester County Airport. The southbound delays are out there as well, rubbernecking delays. Huge delays in Rockland County, southbound thruway from the Palisades Mall towards the area of the crossing of the Palisades and heading down towards the Mario Cuomo Tappan Zee Bridge. Inbound George, a solid 50 minutes across the board at the inbound Lincoln, Holland, and George. Go with the Newark Bay extension to save some time over by 139, where you have big delays through Jersey City and the Pulaski Skyway. Next report, we'll do that at 7:51. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, Mayor Adams back today to the handling of the business of New York City. But Wednesday, the mayor's expected back in court where his attorneys are reportedly going to be looking for evidence from the prosecution. Glenn Shucks at Gracie Mansion this morning.
Reports already this morning that the mayor's defense team are submitting papers, filing a motion to dismiss this case entirely. As Eric Adams spent Sunday at churches in Staten Island and the Bronx, in fact, here at the Emmanuel Presbyterian Reformed Church in the Bronx.
I have turned on GPS, my guard positioning satellite. Sometimes you have to let go and let God.
Adams insisting over and over he won't resign. We spoke with New York criminal defense attorney David Schwartz.
The mayor is presumed to be innocent, and that's why he's continuing to do his job as mayor. That's why he performed all his functions as mayor this past weekend.
Eric Adams hoping to look mayoral as he'll pack his schedule today with a series of events, including a staff meeting, speaking at the Queens Museum on Public Safety, and at the Sanitation Department graduation. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time, 7:44. The death toll from Hurricane Helene has now been confirmed at least 116 people across the South. Days after Helene's landfall in Florida, many communities, including those in western North Carolina, still paralyzed from that storm.
Charlotte station WSOC sharing video from above Buncombe County, where the death toll has climbed to at least 30 people. Home after home surrounded by floodwater. In Asheville, North Carolina, Helene and a separate system dumped up to 30 inches of rain in nearby mountains, triggering flash floods and landslides. Asheville now largely cut off by washed out roads, a lack of power, and no cell phone service.
That's correspondent Andrew Dimbert. President Biden expected to travel to the impacted areas this week just as soon as his visit will not disrupt emergency operations. Here's Vice President Harris during a rally in Las Vegas yesterday.
I want to thank everyone for doing everything you can to think about them, send them your thoughts, send them your prayers. I want to thank the first responders who have done so much.
Governor Hochul has sent soldiers from the National Guard with helicopters and generators in order to help in the recovery efforts there from the hurricane. Police are trying to get to the bottom of a quadruple stabbing in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. It happened early yesterday morning at Miss Kay's Dance Academy on Park Place. Luckily, the victims, all four men in their 30s, survived the stabbing, although at least two are still in the hospital. So far, there have been no arrests. No word yet on what might have led to the stabbings. The NYPD says none of the victims are cooperating with the investigation. Just a little over a month left before Election Day. Over the weekend, Donald Trump hit the campaign trail in Pennsylvania.
Former President Donald Trump rallied supporters with a familiar focus: immigration.
This is an invasion, and these people are mean, tough.
It comes after Vice President Kamala Harris visited the southern border during a campaign stop Friday in Arizona, where she criticized Trump for opposing a congressional border bill earlier this year.
He prefers to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
And this week, the spotlight will be on the running mates, J.D. Vance and Tim Walz, prepping for the first and only vice presidential debate.
That's correspondent Caitlin Huey Burns. Of course, 1010 Wins will carry the vice presidential debate live right here on 92.3 FM, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Of course, everybody wants to know what Donald Trump would be doing if he wasn't running for president. Well, we got the answer over the weekend.
I could have been sunbathing on the beach. You have never seen a body so beautiful. Much better than Sleepy Joe.
Body so beautiful. Kamala Harris heading out of Las Vegas this morning, heading back to D.C. to meet at FEMA headquarters, where she's going to be briefed on the impacts of Hurricane Helene and what the feds are doing to support emergency responders. Last night, she was revving up her...